Ladies and gentlemen, hello Foundation staff. Welcome to SCip-Dication Live. In case you're new to the channel, my name is Sherman, and this live stream is for hanging out with me while I put together the SCP readings. So if you ever want to see what it's like behind the scenes, or you just like hanging out in the live chat, that is what this live stream is for. In between takes, I hang out and check the chat, so as long as I'm recording, I'm not going to pay any attention, but as soon as I mess up, I will be available for answering questions and comments. Social hour is now. A couple things site update, channel update wise. Number one, I was about to start this about 10 minutes ago, but then Lord Bung released episode 3 of Confinement, SCP Confinement, the animated series, and I opened it up a minute after he posted it, so I immediately watched that, and it was awesome. If you have not seen SCP Confinement, go check that out. Lord Bung is killing it in the animation. Beyond that, we are going to be uploading 2317, all of its pieces, I think, episodically. So we'll go iteration by iteration. It'll be a couple episodes. Meanwhile, today, after this live stream, we're recording Yentown's request, which is SCP Tale, the Young Man, the 106 origin story from Dr. Gears. So that will be updated as soon as we are done with this. I'm going to go through and run my update of that to everywhere. There's the live chat. Nope, that's not the live chat. Drat. Hold on. YouTube's giving me some trouble, so I can't get to the chat yet. Control room, come on. Come on. Internet, do the thing. Going down. All right, we can see the live chat. Now I've just got to check something on this camera, so I'm going to get way up in your grill. Hey, you watching this, I'm sorry I'm up in your grill. Okay, got it. It's all clear. So phone is working. Chat is working. Go watch Confinement after the live stream. Then the Young Man will be up, and you can watch that too. I'm going to admit right now that I totally stole the ending for My Young Man. Hey, Pinko, I'm glad that it's okay that I'm all up in your grill. Well, welcome to the stream. I'm going to openly admit that I stole the ending for the Young Man from the Volgan's reading, because at the end he does this super creepy thing with my body lies over the ocean, or sea, or whatever, whichever body of water it is. And it's super creepy the way he did it. Now, I didn't do the exact thing because I didn't want to do the exact thing he did, but I did steal the concept and alter it. So, yeah, when you hear that and you're like, oh, that sounds like the way the Volgan did it. Yeah, I totally did it the way the Volgan did it because it was creepy and awesome. So, thanks Yentown for requesting that one. I'm almost done with Russell's request, which was Your Call is Important to Us. So that will be up soon as I get the female voices for it. I gave Monty Pythoning it a try, and it just sounds, I can't do female voices. It's not a good idea. So we'll get those done eventually. But for today, we are going to be finishing SCP-2317. So let me pull up the latest iteration, which was iteration 4, and I'm pulling that up because most of this is going to be copy-pasted from the prior episode of it, because 2317 keeps adding additional details to the original documentation. So if I just use the original documentation, it speeds up the whole process. So this is iteration 4, and I'm going to make a new Audacity file and add a new track and just copy and paste that wholesale. Boom! If the computer can do it. Slow computer. Yes, copy and pasted. Excellent. So now that I've got that copy and pasted, the next goal is to record some noise reduction. So 5 seconds of silence. One must plug in their microphone if they wish to record. That is some high quality learning about voice acting you just did there. Gosh darn it. Okay, microphone plugged in. Let's try this again. Oh, I have to exit Audacity because it's grumpy that I didn't have the microphone plugged in the first place. Drat. Okay, here we go again. Make a new track, copy and paste the delightful old material from the last file. Slow loading, it is such slow loading. Hey, hey. Oh, it's slow loading because it didn't do it. It did not do it again. Okay, something is wrong. Hello there, Come On RS. Welcome to the stream. We are just encountering some computer issues, trying to get started on today's... there we go, we're back. Okay, iteration saved. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. Just the way I like it. Such is the joy of live disaster zone. Thank you, Pinko.
Welcome to SCIP-Net Direct Access Terminal.
Okay, we've got that. Microphone's plugged in. And here comes our 5 seconds of silence. Good. Our noise reduction / meditation is complete. Now, for the script of iteration 5, we start with welcome to SCIP-Net.
Welcome to SCIP-Net Direct Access Terminal. Please enter command.
All right, so that's good. Now we're going to do the login for Kane Pathos Crow. So I checked out my Duke Till Dawn recording, and my Kane voice isn't exactly that different from my main voice. I'm just a little bored when I say it. Kane was one of the simpler voices I did, even though he's a dog. So here we go. Log in. Let's check that.
Log in.
And now let's continue on. The next phrase is going to be the check identification.
Please enter user authentication.
And now it's going to be Kane's email address. So mute the recording, and here we go. Kane's email address. kpcrow@foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. That's his password, not just some weird thing I'm saying. Okay, here we go. Something weird's going on again. Why? All right, backing up. Oh, that makes sense. Here we go.
J29 @Foundation SCP. Beethoven's Ninth, 1, 2, 3.
Authentication accepted. Please enter command.
Authentication accepted. Enter command. All right, I'm going to name this Kane voice. That way I don't mess that track up later. That way I can keep tabs on which is which, because I got a lot of different tracks going on now that I'm, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Jumping up and down and using old footage. Makes this a little hard to deal with. Noise reduce, and then the top track is master. All right, so now everything's clear. We got
Authentication
accepted. Please enter command. So now, please enter command is access 2317 4.
Access 2317 4.
All right, and now we start recording extra computer dialogue. because the computer dialogue starts now.
Access 7.
Attempting to access a security level 3 secret file. Please note that access to this file is restricted to personnel with level 3 security clearance directly in contact with SCP-2317. Continuing without proper authorization will result in disciplinary action, up to and including administration of a broad-spectrum Class A amnestic, followed by termination of employment. Information regarding your access to this file, including the date, time, and location, will be reported to the Records and Information Security Administration. If you wish to continue, please re-enter your user authentication now.
All right, so for this section, I only need to redub 2 lines because you're attempting to access a security level 4 top secret file.
Access 7.
Attempting to access a security level 3 secret file. You are attempting to access a security level
4 top secret file.
Please note that it's restricted to personnel with level 3 security clearance.
All right, so the first 2 paragraphs will get re-recorded. The second 2 paragraphs won't. So from this point, you are attempting to access a security level 4 top secret file. Oh, scratchy voice. Don't like that. Let's try again. You are attempting to access a security level 4 top secret file. Please note that access to this file is restricted to personnel with level 4 security clearance directly in contact with SCP-2317. Continuing without proper authorization will result in disciplinary... Drat. Hello, Bleach and Eli Thompson. And yes, I agree that confinement episode was baller. It caused me to be 10 minutes delayed starting this video because I saw it and was like, oh, well, I gotta watch this now.
SCP-2317.
Oh, God. Back up. There's the... That's where I was. I didn't delete everything. You deleted everything. What are you talking about?
SCP-2317.
Well, Eli, the live streams are behind the scenes of my skip recordings and basically hangout hour. So if you want to... right now I'm recording SCP-2317. I'm on iteration 5. So I'm going to hang out and record this. You can see what I'm doing from behind the scenes. And we chat in the, chat as a way of keeping back and forth going. So it's hangout hour. Welcome to the live stream.
Contact with SCP-2317.
Contact with SCP-2317. Well, Bleach, as in most things in the SCP universe, I think everyone is a little bit sketchy. Anderson Robotics is sketchy. Every group of interest is sketchy. I'm pretty sure the Foundation is sketchy sometimes.
Contact with SCP-2317. Contact with SCP-2317.
Contact with SCP-2317. Continuing without proper authorization will result in disciplinary action, up to and including immediate termination of life. All right, that...
Continuing without proper authorization will result in disciplinary action.
Oh, okay, let's go solo these 2. Make sure that this sounds right.
You are attempting to access a security level 4 top secret file. Please note that access to this file is restricted to personnel with level 4 security clearance directly in contact with SCP-2317. Continuing without proper authorization will result in disciplinary action, up to and including immediate termination of life.
Good. Okay, we got all that. Hi there, Mini Smurf. Welcome to the stream. A lot of people are asking that question. SCip-Dication Live is the live show.
Up to and including...
And I chose 2317 specifically because I like 231. It's another Dr. Clef piece. It's tangentially related, or at least there's a red herring that it might be tangentially related to 231. And finally, because on YouTube, no one's done it. And if you look at my channel, like SCP-3999, Duke Till Dawn, I love doing crazy skips that no one else covers. So I've seen some bits and pieces of 2317, but this is going to be a 6-episode playlist of the entire thing. You can go iteration 1, iteration 2, and it's like a faithful adaptation. So I think that's pretty cool anyways.
including immediate.
So that's computer voice. So I'll label that tag so I don't get lost. Immediate termination up to and including life. And now Kane puts in his email again, but he does it wrong. So I'm going to use the same take as before for that one because he's just being casual. Oh, hey, Yentown, you made it. BT Dub, I don't know if you didn't catch it earlier, but the young man, your request for the 250 sub celebration is releasing after this live stream is done. So, happy 250 subscribers. Woo!
Immediate termination of life.
Yentown was, in fact, the one who requested that, so that is why I told him that. Bleach mentions that I'm the only one they know who's done 3942. Yep. I like going through the 3000 block because not a lot of people have covered all of them. And I get to play with a little bit of the new material because the new material is way more format screwy. So you get to see the different ways we can use the recording format rather than just straight reading. Trying to innovate, make art, as they say in the Iron Giant.
Immediate termination of life.
So Kane Pathos Crow is going to say his email somewhat wrong here. So I'm going to just say it a little differently than I did the last time, just slightly different. So he gets his email wrong here. kpcrow@foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Let me make sure that sounds right.
Crow@foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
Excellent. I like that because actually the little stumble in there is a great way to make it feel like a typo, but in speech. Because he's about to get his password wrong and almost get killed by the computer, but it's hard to do typos in speech. So, oh man, the non-spherical showed up. Yes, welcome SCP-055. I don't remember you coming in.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
All right, so now we're going to get some more computer voice of warning, you are going to be killed. Be killed hard. Computer voice. Warning, incorrect authentication. You have 60 seconds to enter the correct user authentication or security personnel will be summoned to your location. You see how that sounds?
Warning, incorrect authentication. You have 60 seconds to enter the correct user authentication or security personnel will be summoned to your location.
Yes, I can live with that. Good. Let's move that up to computer voice track. And now on the end of that one, we'll start Kane Pathos Crow getting a little bit, taking another stab at his name. KP Crow at foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Move that up to the Kane Pathos Crow tab. Make sure it sounds good.
KP Crow at foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
Oh no, he got it wrong again! Warning, incorrect authentication.
Warning, incorrect authentication.
Excellent. And then this time he gets it right, so he does not die. Spoiler alert. KP Crow at foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child. Excellent. Got it. I like the little breath there, like he calms down, he doesn't spaz out, so that his identification, he gets it right.
KP Crow at foundation.scp. Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.
Good. All right, so that's Kane Pathos Crow's login. I'm going to steal the authenticated accepted. Please enter your project-specific personal identification PIN from iteration 4. Anytime I can steal from the prior recordings of 2317, that's better because it makes it sound more uniform, since these are all the same document, but they grow. So, same, change. Okay, good. Same. Oh, okay. So same, and then same, no, same, no. There's a lot of stuff here. It goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Iteration 5, I remember, is the hard one. This is the longest and most stuff going on. Iteration 6 is not the hardest because it just calms down and explains everything. So here we go, computer voice. Bleach asks if this is the Cthulhu reimagining. This is the Scarlet King. This is the Scarlet King is bound under 7 great pillars on the salt pan, and 6 of the 7 chains are broken. So, with the final chain breaking, he will be released upon our world. Hello, infamous conduit / retarded venom. Hi. Not sure which of those are your names. All right, so now we just did his final authentication accepted. Please present your PIN number. Wait. Iteration 4 had the PIN being accepted. Ah, okay, it didn't get accepted. That's why, see, I gotta go back and forth and make sure I get these right together, because there's little changes all the time. Infamous Conduit asks, is this channel about SCIP? And yes, this channel is 99% about the SCPs. I do SCP readings of basically any that are requested or that come up in my interest. So today we're doing SCP-2317. And if you go back through my backlog, you can see all sorts of readings. I highly suggest 3043 is a fun one because it goes all film noir. Murphy Law's the best. I've made playlists of like funny ones or creepy ones. So you can go take a stroll. It'll take a day or so to get through them all. All right. Here we go. So authentication accepted. Please enter your PIN. That one it does. So here's the number. 369-705-1429-015. And that's Kane Pathos Crow voice. So put that on the correct thing. Pinko, thank you. I'm super glad you liked Murphy Law. That's one of my favorites. I love the film noir stuff, so I'm glad you liked it. And Infamous Conduit, thank you for considering me interesting, and welcome to the channel. I hope you stick around.
369-705-1429-015.
All right, so now we go back to computer voice for the long scans. Here we go. PS PIN accepted. Please look into the camera for a retinal identification scan. Incorrect orientation. Please align the pupils of your eyes with the guidelines indicated on the secondary screen and try again. Thank you. The time and date of your access to this file has been logged and reported to the Records and Information Security Administration. Username, Dr. Kane P. Crow. Title, Senior Supervising Researcher. Displaying SCP-2317, clearance level 4. And when you listen to my computer voice later on, I pop it up about 15% pitch-wise, and I add a little red versus blue walkie-talkie helmet static so that it sounds more like a computerized voice. Makes a lot more sense in that it doesn't just sound like me making a falsetto voice.
PIN accepted. Please look into the camera for a retinal identification scan.
I also take out all the breath sounds because robots don't breathe. So that makes that quicker. All right, so computer voice is done. Kane voice is done. All right, now we get into the SCP document proper. So now we're going to go up to the top. All right, so Pinko mentions an oddly upbeat computer excited about killing you. And that is exactly my favorite trope ever. If you go listen to my 231 reading, which is like my most popular video, just because everyone loves 231, I did that entire video in like my very cheery researcher voice, because I love the frickin' idea that there's this very cheery voice that knows that you're going to die. Yentown thinks my best voice is Pesterbot, and that is also one of my very favorite voices. So thank you. I love Pesterbot so much. I love Pesterbot voice. SCP-055, who I don't remember coming in, is very partial to 079. Now I'm curious, what is 079? SCP-079. Did I do 079? Or 079 is... Oh! Yes! I remember him. He's cool. I've never played Containment Breach. I don't have a good enough computer. I use a laptop. But, yeah, he's Heritage Collection, all right. But I have watched Markiplier go through tons of Containment Breach because I like watching it. So that is how I've been exposed to most of Containment Breach. Infamous Conduit, actually, right before I started to do, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Right before I started this live stream, I was about to hit play, and then 1 minute prior, Lord Bung released SCP Confinement Episode 3. And so I had to wait 10 minutes and check it out. So, oh, I'm glad that you were able to get here from there. Right. Yeah, I'm loving Confinement right now. I'm hoping he keeps doing it. 682. Actually, I really like my 682 voice. How raspy it is. You can check out my 682 video or Duke Till Dawn, because in Duke Till Dawn I also did 682 voice a lot. I don't think I've read 053. Eli, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, I saw on Confinement, I saw the Volgan got to do a voice. I'm hoping someday I'm a big enough deal that I can do voices in other people's things. That would be cool. All right, so now for this video, it's time to start going through the old tape and seeing how much of this I don't have to redo. So starting...
All personnel assigned.
Oh, Solo.
All personnel assigned to SCP-2317 1 month psychological testing.
To speed this up, I'm going to put the playback speed up.
All personnel assigned to SCP-2317 must rotate out for 1 month of psychological counseling after 2 months on site. Personnel assigned to SCP-2317 must undergo heavy psychological testing before being cleared to enter the site. Individuals must score at least 72 points on the Pilgrim Obedience Examination.
Yentown says I should do Pesterboy on there. Yeah, I totally commented, hey dude, if you need a Pesterbot, I am on deck. I want it. By the way, Yentown, I hope you have found my Pesterbot trilogy playlist yet, because I did 2 Pesterbot tales as soon as I found out they existed. I was so happy. And Bleach, yeah, probably I can't top the original. I can only kind of do my own interpretation of 682, because that recording was creepy as heck.
Personnel without security clearance level 3 or higher will be told that the assistant is a Class D personnel chosen from the normal pool of Class D candidates. All persons directly involved with Procedure 220 Calabasas are to be informed of this fact. No personnel shall be authorized to assist with Procedure 220 Calabasas without first being clearly briefed that the assistant is not, in fact, a Class D personnel and should not be terminated in the event that they disobey direct orders from the guards.
Description: SCP-2317 is a wooden door and frame originally constructed as a basement door for a 19th century Massachusetts brownstone. Upon opening the door, any person stepping through the door frame will be transported to an alternate reality. Exploration of the alternate reality and several kilometers in radius, set as an G, are positioned in a tent in front of SCP-2317 at 1 meter in diameter and 7 meters tall, constructed of marble and engraved with a series of intricate bas-reliefs. The art style of the engravings do not correspond to that of any known modern, historic, or prehistoric civilization.
All right, we've reached the first stage of new document for 2317, iteration 5. So now it's time for new special containment procedures that make it super creepy. So here's the bad news. Go and mute on the main line, and here we go. SCP-2317-A through -G extend 200 meters below the surface of the sand and into SCP-237-H. Drat! Oh, Yentown mentions seeing my 106. I did do... yeah, I'm looking forward to doing Until Death and 3001 because there's a 106 voice in those. I think there's a 3. I know it is in Until Death a little bit. And then also, I haven't read 3001 all the way through because it's really long and I've been busy with these. But I'm going to get to it because it's another 106. I want to fill out the 106 series. Because he doesn't voice him. He doesn't have a voice in the original document. And also, I screwed up that take, so I've got to start over. Let's take that again, but, you know, better. SCP-2317-A through -G. There's a D in the word dash. It's not just ash. SCP-2317-A through -G extend 200 meters below the surface of the sand and into SCP-2317-H. SCP-2317-H is a spherical space 100 kilometers in diameter located directly underneath SCP-2317-A through -G, lined with the same stone used to construct SCP-2317-A through -G. Contained within SCP-2317-H is SCP-2317-K, hereafter referred to as Entity. The following information has been inferred through seismic analysis and ground-penetrating radar, as well as direct observation. Entity appears to be an obese, human-like creature of immense proportions. Estimated height, if fully erect, is over 200 kilometers. Horns resembling tree branches sprout out from its head. Drat! It's not sprout out from its head, it's sprout from its head. Oh wait, I don't want to get rid of that because that is now the new documentation that will be edited into the prior iteration. So here we go, continuing on. Spherical. No, not a sphere. Not a sphere. My non-spherical spherical. It's not a sphere. Don't be upset. You're not spherical. It's contained in a sphere. It's also not spherical. It's just contained in a sphere. Oh, wait, whatever I did, just undo it. Oops. I hate when you click the wrong thing and everything goes crazy on Audacity.
For 200 kilometers.
200 kilometers. I am a huge fan of 3999, SCP-055. I haven't read 3000. Wait, is 3000 the one with the snake that makes amnestics? I think I did read that. And then I haven't read 3001, but I do really, really, really like 3999.
kilometers.
100 kilometers. Horns resembling tree branches sprout from its head, which lacks a lower jaw. Entire body is covered in millions of overlapping plate-like scales. 7 heavy hooks are embedded in the entity's back, each one attached to a heavy steel chain connected to the lower end of one of the 7 pillars embedded in the ceiling of the chamber. At the time of the writing of this document, 6 of the pillars or chains have been broken or damaged, and only 1 chain remains intact. Yeah, like I understood SCP-055 user mentions not being a big fan of SCP-3000. And yeah, I guess the horror of it didn't stand out to me the way that, I mean, if it was horror, 3999 really spoke to me horror-wise. But that's because I'm also a fan of the surreal kind of concepts. All right, I gotta check my voice on this.
Guards will, at all times, make
Good, I'm doing the right voice. I was afraid for a moment I was doing the wrong voice for the documentation.
6 of the pillars or chains have been broken or damaged, and only 1 chain remains intact. 6 of the pillars.
All right, so we got that much. That was good. Cut it and paste it and put it up in line. Ba-ba-ba-ba. And now new documentation. We got to the chains intact. Now to solar noon each day requires the following. Containment as assistant. All right, so when you pronounce Gallus domesticus, you're supposed to say the 2 L's, or like Gallus, or do you pronounce it with a Y like Gaius? I feel like that would be G8I, and that would be more of a, what's the phrase I'm looking for? I feel like Gaius would be a more Latin pronunciation, but I don't know. I'm going to look it up just in case. Gallus domesticus pronunciation. Just because I want to be sure when it comes to the technical terms. No, I don't want to know how to pronounce chicken. I mean, I know it's a chicken, but you pronounce the word. Thanks, Internet.
PronounceNames.com.
Gallus.
Oh, that's the French pronunciation of the word gallus. And that's not what I want. All right, so it's not helping. The Internet, stop failing me. You're supposed to help me. All right, so cool. Thank you, SCP-055, for helping with that pronunciation real quick. I was just about to say, let's just go with Gallus, because I think when you're talking like the Latin words, Gaius is actually Gaius, like Roman and Latin names and stuff. So let's do Gallus domesticus. This little change here is a small one. To do data expunged. Exactly, Gaius Caesar. All right. So here we go. Next recording phase. Oh, let me make sure the top line is muted. Good. All right. 1 live male Gallus domesticus, preferably caged to prevent complications during transport to SCP-2317 prime, hereafter referred to as chicken. Chickens are always funny. I don't care how horrifying the situation is, a chicken will always make it funny. Hey, Banana, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, that Lord Bung animation was awesome. And, I mean, double points. I'm glad some of you guys saw it and were like, oh, I want to go see what that guy's doing. So, thank you, Lord Bung, for your help by accident. They,
preferably caged to prevent complications. Hereafter referred to as chicken.
hereto referred after as chicken. So now, everything's the same until we get to recites the following phrase. Seven seals, 7 rings, 7 thrones for the Scarlet King. Step 4. Celebrant then moves to a safe distance away from the assistant, who will take the obsidian knife and use it to kill the chicken provided as sacrifice. Blood will be drained from the chicken and added to the aspersorium, then stirred to mix with the holy water already contained within. Blood for the old gods, water for the new king. Excellent. All right, and now it's a bunch of extra stuff that is all the same from the prior document, so I'm just going to copy that over. But now we've got history, and this is a long line of paragraphs. So, Addendum 2317-2, history. Let me get a little bit of water. Here we go. And action. Addendum 2317-2, history. SCP-2317 was first discovered in 1922 by data expunged. Object was subsequently moved to what was then called Provisional Containment Area 17. Object was moved to Containment Area 179 in 1982, where it remains as of the writing of this article. When initially discovered, 4 of the 7 chains were broken, and 3 were intact. The breaking of the 5th chain in boop corresponded directly to a Pinko, I wonder what the minimum safe distance from a chicken being sacrificed is. You know, I had not thought to consider it, but I sure wonder that as well. I feel like a 3 meter by 3 meter by 3 meter distance is the only safe way. Corresponded directly to a. There is no minimum. You are never safe from chickens. Banana asked, is this a channel that reads SCPs? You are correct. If you want to go through my archives after the live stream's done, I've got about 75 different SCP readings. My readings are typically, my goal is to aim for the big crazy ones that people don't like to do because they're really hard. So like 3999, Duke Till Dawn. This is 2317, which I don't think has been recorded in full, but maybe someone has. So yeah, welcome to the channel. Contained in boop. And now we move on. Oh, wait. Tack that up to here. Tack that up to here. For organization's sake. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Oh, don't go that far forward. You're going to need to go back. And we're back. In 5th chain in boop. Corresponded directly to a boop event in our world. The 6th chain, which broke in boop, was also coincident with a much more severe boop event, eventually resulting in the deaths of 2 million persons. Analysis of supplementary texts retrieved at the time of containment pointed to Procedure 220 Calabasas as an effective means of maintaining containment until an effective means of repairing or reattaching. Oh, that's a long sentence. I ran out.
As an effective means of maintaining containment until an effective means of repairing or reattaching. Oh, as an effective means of maintaining. Procedure 220 Calabasas as an effective means.
Yentown mentions Eastside SCP. Yeah, he does do some of the big ones. I saw the one he did. I forget the number of it, but it was the one with the watchtower where people went up in the crazy Rangers Tower and got trapped and they were trying to escape, but they were being replaced by doubles and they didn't know and it was too late. So, yeah, I like his voice. I like his readings. Actually, he's my dream voice for any Mobile Task Force member. Eastside Steve, can be every mobile task member ever, and I would be happy because he's got that voice for it. Me, I'm kind of a theater guy, so I like to do a different flavor of performance. For Banana, mine is SCP-999 for his favorite SCP. That's a good one. I like the tale where 999 is actually the child of SCP-231-7. I thought that was hilarious. That one is New Job, if you check that out later. My favorite SCPs are 3999 for being surreal and horror. 3043 is one of my favorite fun ones because I love Murphy Law. I love the film noir genre. And I think my favorite J is either Memetic Metal, which is 022-J, or 008-J, which is Jeff. You know what? No, it's Jeff. All the way Jeff. 008-J is hilarious. So 3999, 3043, 008-J. Those are my top three. But they're like tied for top three. They're not like ranked because they're all perfect, beautiful animals. Don't make me choose favorites for my children. My skip children.
220 Calabasas.
220 Calabasas. Getting back into character as the deep voice level 5 documentarian. Gotta get to the end of this recording. I recorded so much. There we go. Got it. All right. Moving on. Procedure 220 Calabasas. As an effective means of maintaining containment until an effective means of repairing or reattaching said chains can be discovered. Containment procedures were modified to incorporate a procedure. Bleh. Asimov made it to the stream. Hey Asimov, how you doing? Banana, I do not know what the Keter fork is. I do not know which -J that is. I have not heard of it.
As an effective means of maintaining containment can be discovered.
Can be discovered. All right. Effective means of parenting can be discovered. Here we go. Containment procedures were modified to incorporate procedure 220 Calabasas. Oh, that's way easier than what I just said. Containment procedures were modified to incorporate procedure 220 Calabasas. As records show that the sequence of boop events shows an exponential increase in lethality, it can be extrapolated that failure of the rat word mumble. And I'm so close to the end. This is like the last 3 lines. Oh, we're gonna make it. Let's copy and paste that up to match the prior. That's a quicker way to do that. All right. So
Exponential increase in lethality.
it can be extrapolated is where we're starting. It can be extrapolated that failure of the final chain, SCP-2317-J, would result in an XK class end of the world scenario. For this reason, every possible effort is to be made to ensure a successful procedure 220 Calabasas. Let's see what we got.
It can be extrapolated that failure of...
No! There was a little static at the beginning of the first really long sentence. We're going to have to do it again. But wait, maybe I don't need to do all of it. Did it all static?
It can be extrapolated that failure of the final chain, SCP-2317-J, would result in an XK class end of the world scenario. For this reason, every possible effort is to be made to ensure a successful procedure 220 Calabasas.
Banana, I will have to check out 014-J. Sure. Oh, favorite motherfucker!
It can be extrapolated that failure of the final chain, SCP-2317-J, would...
Oh, and it's -G, not -J. I'm glad I caught that because this is no joke. This is no joke. It is -G. Gosh darn it, Sherman. Get it together. Let's mute. All right. It can be extrapolated that failure of the final chain, SCP-2317-G. Nice. SCP-055 mentions even number dash J as being the best. I have not read that one either. I need to check it out. Pinko talks about 1427 being awesome, and I haven't read that one. I gotta write down this chat list after we're done. I got some research to do. So, background on me while I edit in this take. I have been part of the community for SCP. I joined the site in 2015, so it's only been about 2 years. And I found it, and I started integrating SCPs into my Dresden Files tabletop RPG game. And that's how I really got into the site, because I wanted more things to put in the game.
It can be extrapolated that failure of the final chain, SCP-2317-G, would result in an XK class end of the world scenario.
Nice, I got that take. It's on. Yes. Boop, boop. And then I did some recording about a year and a half ago. That'll be the Season 1 playlist when I got started. And following that, I took a hiatus to do some work and then came back to the SCP about 2 or 3 months ago and decided, you know what? I love the SCP stuff. I did some pretty good work before, but I can up my game and keep doing this. So the goal of the channel, if you're new to the channel, is to use all of my theater and film and singing and song and voice acting background to make All right, I'm back. Surprise. Now, this is going to confirm what a lot of you may have guessed, that I am a giant nerd. And what happens is I started reading the Dresden Files. I got a bunch of friends who love reading the Dresden Files. From there, we started a 10-person Dresden Files tabletop game, and it was amazing. And it went on weekly for like 2 years. And about halfway through that, one of my dearest friends got me a dice box of Doctor Who, which I am also a nerd of. It's a TARDIS. There it is. And that dice box is also, I was the DM, so I was like, God, ha ha ha, who does what? And so when I went to Dragon Con, I was able to get John Barrowman's autograph, which Captain Jack Harkness from Doctor Who, and that was funny on the TARDIS box. And I was able to get Jim Butcher's autograph on my dice box. So I feel like one signed in black, one signed in gold. John Barrowman was a cheeky jerk, and Jim Butcher was the nicest guy in the world. John Barrowman was like a funny, goofy guy. He wasn't a jerk at all. I used the wrong word there. But either way, they're the avatars of good and evil in my Dresden universe. So, yeah. And so, yes, the Dresden Files RPG is where I started integrating SCP characters. We visited Site 19, and we visited the Red Lake. We visited the site up the woman's nose. Oh, and Lone Wolf, SCIP is the way of saying skip. So if you want to say SCP, it's 3 syllables, or you can shorten it to skip. Some people spell it SKIP, just like the normal word skip, but some people also say skip, SCIP. SC005, SCP-00. Yes, I have watched Torchwood all the way through. And yes, Asimov's Rule Breaker. I did do some axe-wielding ninja videos. That's silly. So, background, I'm also doing film acting work out here in the San Francisco Bay Area. And I'm working on a web series right now that's kind of post-apocalyptic. And so I fight with a hatchet in that. So that's what Asimov's talking about.
For a successful procedure 220 Calabasas.
Yeah, 90% of what you see on my channel, 99% is going to be SCP videos related. 1% of the time, you're going to see like my professional work and building my resume and stuff like that, because having that video allows me to send it out for resume stuff. So if you see a random video that's not SCP related, that's just because I did a thing and I need to send it to somebody. So let's see, I got...
Every possible effort to ensure a gratuitous.
All right, so this is the new documentation. Getting back on task, the recording. I still need to... I am very easily distracted by the chat, it turns out. Skip OS, yes. We call it SCIP-net because it shortens it from skip or SCP-net to SCIP-net. So that's another way they use SCIP skip in universe. And I promise I'm going to record the last of this, but I'm just going to high five, self five, and you guys, because we hit like 9 people watching this, and that is the most people who've ever been on the stream. So yeah, high fives all around. Oh, it just dropped to 7. Oops. Don't celebrate. Don't say good things. People run away. Get a big head about yourself. Ha 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 ha. 9 viewers. Look at this hoity-toity guy. Exactly. Back to 8. Goes up, goes down. All right. Last computer voice of iteration 4, or iteration 5. Then we move on to iteration 6. Further information on SCP-2317 is restricted to the Overseer Council. And ladies and gentlemen, that is iteration 5 completed. So with that, I'm going to file save this as SCP-2317-level 4 clearance, because it's iteration 5. Save it. Oh, Pinko, the viewers are the most important part. 9 viewers again! Victory! 10. It was 10 for a second. You saw 10. Oh my god. What are you guys doing? Voodoo.
Restricted to the Overseer Council.
I'm sure it has something to do with like people joining and leaving or being booted, because my live streams are from my phone, so it does weird things. All right, so we have 237 iteration 5. Now we're going to finish this sucker. New. And boom down. All right, iteration 6. All right, so rule number 1 of doing an SCP video is O5 councils always have to have a voice distortion somehow, except in rare occasions. So O513 gets dramatic voice stuff. All right, so here we go. Good, good. I have that one. I have that one. None of this is taken from the last iteration, so I'm going to pretty much redo everything here. It'll just be faster than copying and pasting, because there's only 1 or 2 things. Banana, what do I think of Dr. Bright? I think he has a long list of things he shouldn't be doing at the Foundation. I think he caused a lot of problems. Also, in the, what's the phrase I'm looking for? In Duke Till Dawn, he's kind of a bookie and kind of a weasel, at least for that iteration, because I needed another voice, and since he's a bookie and he likes betting on things, I made him a little weaselly. He's probably not weaselly, and the author is probably awesome. Also, he's a monkey. Gorilla! Or anything, really, right? He can be like anything. All right, computer voice first. All right, game on. Let's see how far I can get without messing this up. Welcome to SCIP-net Direct Access Terminal. Please enter command. Log in. Please enter user authentication. 0513. Sierra Tango Casper Echo. Note, impersonating... Well, that was quick. Note. All right, moving on. Note, impersonating a member of the Overseer Council is punishable by immediate death. If you have entered this login information in error, you now have 10 seconds to exit the vicinity before deployment of lethal visual... No. Man, don't challenge yourself to read without making mistakes. You'll only make more mistakes. Voice acting tip 179.
Information in error.
In error? You now have 10 seconds to exit the vicinity before deployment of lethal visual cognitohazard. Otherwise, please enter personal authorization key phrase. Please note that failure to enter the proper key phrase within 60 seconds will result in deployment of mobile task force to your location. Oh, I ran out of breath. Come on, dude. Please note is where we're starting from. I tried to make it through a long sentence. Too long a sentence. Don't be making those risks. It slows you down. You're in over your head, Donnie. Please note that failure to enter the proper key phrase within 60 seconds will result in deployment of mobile task force to your location. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. He would not stop for death. He kindly stopped for me. Red sky in morning sailor, take warning. So it's got all sorts of little formatting cues. And I'm not sure what to do with those in a visual method. And Banana, hi, I'm Sherman, or Sherm. Username for the site and YouTube, the Sherm, T-H-E-E, Sherm. So yeah, there's weird formatting things, and I think I'm just going to ignore them.
Death, he kindly stopped for me. Stop for death. Death, he kindly...
It's sensible. Oh, the Trexian, death is not the answer.
Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. Because I would not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Red sky in morning sailor, take warning.
I'm going to say that last part because I didn't put a little thing in there like I want to. Yeah, I have no idea how to notate the !H, !H, !H. I don't even know what that is. I Googled it and I don't know what it is. Can you tell me what that is? Red sky in morning, sailor take warning. I figured that was something for formatting or something, but I could not find it using Google. So I have no idea what those !H's are.
Authorization key phrase. Please note that failure to enter the proper key phrase within 60 seconds will result in deployment of mobile task force to your location. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. Because I would not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Red sky in morning, sailor take warning.
Oh, it's a backspace as if he did it wrong? Interesting. So he says the first phrase, then he says I, goes back and changes. Interesting. Exponents. So backspace or exponents. Huh. Yeah, so goes back and switches because he made a mistake, and it's important. I'm wondering if I just...
Because I would not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Red sky in morning, sailor take warning.
So, I've got two options here. Either the O5 can say it all correctly, which streamlines his process, or he has to backspace and fix it. Let me see what it sounds like if I do that. If I have to go back and make, if I make like audible mistakes. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. Because I would not stop for death, he kindly stopped. Okay, so this might work. I just got to do it better. It'll work if I don't suck. All right, here goes. Take two. Mistakes. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. Because I would not stop for death, Okay, that one I got to do it too fast because there should be a pause in between it.
To the aid of their party.
Because I would not stop for death, Wait, I got to blend death, Because I would not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Red sky in morning, sailor take warning. Hey, did the stream crash? Are you guys still there? Can you see me? Am I alive? I'm getting some super lag. Okay, now my camera's fixing again. We're back. Glitchy, glitchy. So I think I'm going to make the artistic decision here to just do the passcode correctly, as if it were recorded correctly, because saying backspace, backspace, backspace doesn't sound great. Saying it wrong and then fixing it doesn't seem like the right move. So I think I'm going to go with him saying it like a real thing, like he said it right the first time. I don't think we lose a lot of artistic merit that way.
Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of their party. Because I would not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. Red sky in morning, sailor take warning.
I think that's going to work best, just for our purposes. So let's do computer voice. Identity confirmed. Canceling mobile task force scramble order. Please enter command. Access 2317. Thank you. The time and date of your access to this file has been logged and reported to the Records and Information Security Administration. Username 0513. Have I been saying 0513 or 0513?
Please enter command. Through authentication. 0513.
0513.
Sierra Tango Cat. Notes. Impersonating a member of the Overseer Council is punishable by immediate death.
Okay, so good news. I did say 0513, and it makes sense in the context of 05s because there's supposed to be 13 of them. Now, bad news is I have to go back because in checking that, I found an error in the recording. So let's fix that.
Notes. Impersonating a member of the Overseer Council is punishable by immediate death.
So let's fix that. Note, impersonating a member of the Overseer Council is punishable by immediate death.
Note, impersonating a member of the Overseer Council is punishable by immediate death.
And that cleans that mistake up. Ha ha ha.
Note, by immediate death. If you have entered this login information in error,
Banana, I love when people say, I love when that death kind of stuff is like, it doesn't even matter. This is just the kind of death you're going to get if you do the wrong thing. Haha.
username 0513.
Trexian, this is for SCP-2317. We're in the final iteration, where we reveal all the big secrets that have been hidden behind layers of security.
0513.
0513. Back on down. Title, Operational Overseer. Displaying SCP-2317. Clearance level 05. Item number, SCP-2317. Object class, Keter. Correction, Apollyon. Clearance designation, all 05 personnel. Level 4 or lower personnel authorized if cleared under Code Nightmare Regent Red. Special containment procedures, irrelevant. Description, SCP-2317 is a primeval entity known as the Devourer of Worlds, name redacted intentionally. The Arakesh Codex indicates that it was captured and imprisoned by Arakeshan mystics circa 1894 BCE. An excerpt from the relevant passage follows. Alright, that was pretty good. Let's cut that up, and now we're going to get into a weird Arakesh text. I don't know what to do about that. Here we go.
Title, Operational Overseer.
Excellent. So now we don't have errors on that one. We can move on to the Arakesh text. And then Keshpeth led his army of 10,000 to the realm, blah, blah, blah. Unremembered Keshpeth, 10,000, did craft 7 cunning chains. Out of the bones of Jaspatar, 7th bride of the Dread Devourer, may his name remain forever unremembered, bound him in the pearl of the father of oysters, he who dwells under the mirror of salt in the realm under the sea. And Keshpeth ordered that the gates up to the far country be sealed forever, lest the Dread Devourer, may his name remain forever unremembered, find its way back to our world. All right, let's get dramatic. And then Keshpeth led his army of 10,000 into the realm beyond the clouds. And there did they do battle with the Devourer. May his name remain forever unremembered. And then Keshpeth and his 10,000... Drat, not 10,000 men, just 10,000 this time. Ryan the Scar, I do not know if 0513 is the overseer of the Guardian Gates, Gate Guardian. He might be. He seems rather important if he is. Ooh, what is my favorite Doctor Who episode? Oh, man. I'm going to have to think about that a little while. I'll get back to you on that. Because there's so many good ones. Like, immediately Blink comes to mind because Weeping Angels. But then... yeah, there's so many good ones. Like the gas mask episode. Yeah. But someone will think about that a little bit as we go on. And then Keshpeth and his 10,000 did craft 7 cunning chains out of the bones of Jaspatar, 7th bride of the Dread Devourer. May his name remain forever... Drat! May his name remain forever unremembered. Silence in the Library. That's another really good Doctor Who episode that I like a lot. Bones of Jaspatar.
7th
Bride of the Dread Devourer. 7th bride of the Dread Devourer. May his name remain forever unremembered. And bound him within the pearl of the father of oysters, he who dwells under the mirror of salt in the sea realm under the sea. Frick. I started to Sebastian the Crab that. I felt it. Under the sea.
Pearl of the father of oysters.
Pearl of the father of oysters.
father of oysters.
Pearl of the father of oysters. He who dwells under the mirror of salt in the realm under the sea. And Keshpeth ordered that the gates to the far country be sealed forever, lest the dread devourer, may his name remain forever unremembered, find its way back to our world. It is not clear how the 19th century Society of the Golden Arrow discovered how to create a gate to the universe Kappa. Drat.
Kappa. To the universe.
To universe, not to the universe. Every word matters, every tiny little syllable. Voice actor lesson 345.
To create a gate.
Fudge, I gotta go all the way back to the beginning of that sentence.
Not clear.
It is not clear is where we're starting. It is not clear how the 19th century Society of the Golden Arrow discovered how to create a gate to the universe Kappa. Drat, I said the again. Why? Don't do that. It is not clear how the 19th century Society, the Society of the 19th century. It is not clear how the 19th century Society of the Golden Arrow discovered how to create a gate to Universe Kappa Arakesh, nor their reasons for doing so. What is clear is that the damage to the first 4 chains that bind the Devourer was accidental. By the time our founder took possession of the item following the dissolution of the Society, the organization had bankrupted itself several times over, trying desperately to repair the damage caused. Projected containment profile. Indications are that final containment failure will occur at some point within the next century as of the writing of this article. The mean time to failure is being calculated at 30 years. All efforts to repair or replace the chains have failed. All efforts to rediscover the method for creating these chains has Drat.
All efforts to rediscover.
I said has proven fruitless instead of have proven fruitless.
It is not.
Here we go. All efforts to rediscover the method for creating these chains have proven fruitless. Fruitless! So close that time. All efforts to rediscover the method for creating these chains have proven fruitless. Research is currently underway to determine an alternate containment plan, but the possibility that anything can keep the Devourer from entering our universe is slim, especially as the original material used to create the chains, namely the bones and sinew of another Devourer entity, are no longer in existence. The primary threat is internal despair or panic. In order to maintain morale, a false containment procedure, Procedure 220 Calabasas, will be authored and implemented. This false containment procedure has been given a sense of veracity by the following means: incorporating elements of common ritualistic magics, incorporating elements of popular religious rites, incorporating elements of other known. Banana, this is SCP-2317, the 6th iteration.
All efforts to popular religious rites.
Incorporating elements of popular religious rites. Incorporating elements of other known occult organizations. Incorporating elements of other known special containment procedures. Incorporating references to similar but unrelated occult entities. Increased information security regarding the elements of the procedure. Appealing to the common institutional meme of the effectiveness of thermonuclear weapons in destroying paranormal entities. Although completely ineffectual, the purpose of Procedure 220 Calabasas is to provide the appearance of active containment in order to allay anxiety among staff until a more permanent solution can be found. In the meantime, preparations will be made in order to ensure the survival of the human race following containment failure. as most of the recommended preparations overlap with or are identical to preparations already underway in case of numerous other XK class scenarios. Minimal additional resources are required. Approved by the unanimous vote of the Overseer Council on boop, boop, boop. Please enter command. Expunge full. Thank you. All access records for this computer from the past 24 hours have been removed from the log. Records and Information Security Administration records redacted. Log out. Logging you out. Thank you. Welcome to SCIP-Net Direct Access Terminal. Please enter command. Shut down. Shutting down. It is now safe to turn off your computer. Nice. We made it. All right, so there's one thing I got to check before we call this a wrap, and that is that he mentioned thermonuclear weapons and the meme of their effectiveness. But I don't remember mentioning nukes before. So I got to find out if the word nuclear is inside iteration 5. Find. All right, so there is a 1 kiloton level nuclear device at the bottom of this section. Now, is it in the prior containment procedures that I did before? That's Cain Pathos Crow. What about iteration 4? Is the nuclear device there? Nope, I completely missed that. So time to record that and add it into the prior document. Cain Pathos Crow is the first one to get access to. All right, hold on. Let's file, save this project as SCP-2317-level 5. And let's add on 1 kiloton level nuclear device to be detonated in case of catastrophic containment failure. 1 kiloton level nuclear device to be detonated in case of catastrophic containment failure. Okay, so we have that. We're going to cut that and paste that over to the 4 page. We'll leave that there for now. And that is the end, because what I'm doing is go into the editing suite and make all of these into their proper documents. So I guess the last things to say are that this will be released in full as soon as I have a female voice for Victoria Fellini, because there is one female voice in one section. And once I get that, I'll be able to release the whole thing. And yeah, I can see Banana. I can also see the stream is doing slow motion wave. But it's fine because we're coming to the end anyways. So as a grand finale, thank you guys for joining the stream. This is the most people who have ever hung out during social hour. And I hope you had fun. Maybe you learned something about voice acting, the work we do in the videos. Maybe you just had a good time chilling and chatting with everyone else or me. And so thank you guys for hanging out at Site 42. Like, share, and subscribe the videos you like to share and subscribe. And if you really want to help out the channel because you think it's the best thing ever, there's going to be a Patreon link in the description of every video because yay Patreon. In that and anything else, have yourselves a good afternoon/evening, whatever time zone you're in, Foundation staff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.